Good afternoon and welcome back to Adventures for Anyone. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can turn a vacation into an adventure. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I plan my trips because I don't use a travel agent. I don't do anything like that. I'm not much for cruises. I do like to take trains, we all know that, but I also take all forms of transportation to get around. And I do a lot of things in planning for a trip. At first, I have to find a trip I want to take, and one of the things that I do, obviously, is spend a lot of time on YouTube. Not just as me, but watching other people. So YouTube is a great place to get ideas for where you want to go on your vacation. There are many other ways to do that. You can read magazines, talk to friends, and another great way to do that is on Instagram. Instagram, people are always saying where they went on vacation, what they were doing. It's a great place for ideas. Now, once you've got an idea, then you have to plan it out. So one of the things you have to do is decide how you want to travel, where you want to go. Do you want to fly? Do you want to drive? Do you want to take a train or a boat or a ferry? And there are a lot of places to go around this world and a lot of things to do. So for me, one of the things I like to do is get all the information I can about a place so I know if I really want to go there, which is something I did really big for my trip to St. Lucia where the kayaking went on. I've never been to a tropical place. And oddly, I tend to start with Wikipedia. What they do is not tell you what to do, but refer you to sources where you can learn more about it. Then you go on to something more specific. I like to consult Rick Steves if I'm going to Europe. He's well experienced on it. And then I normally plan my trip through Expedia or Booking or a site where you can do packages as well as individual items. I always, especially with mass transit, use my Google Maps and use the maps in the websites, Expedia, Booking, and those things to make sure that my hotels are where I need them to be, that I have a way from the airport to my hotel, that I have a way to get around town. On these maps, you can spot the subways, the buses, the trams, and all kinds of things. And then another thing that I always do is I consult some sites about the weather, where I'm going, when I'm going, climate over the years, because when you have a cloudy day versus a sunny day versus a windy day, and then you run into some of the strangest things, like when there were Canadian wildfires this last summer, you had the hazy, smoky days, and it's always good to know about what the weather might be where you're intending to go. It has a factor. It dictates what you plan, how you pack, how you're going to get around, whether you even want to go there that time of year. And the Weather Channel is my god on that one. I can't stress it enough. I use it to look at the weather all the time. Then there's the budget. So one of the things that you're going to want to budget for is any specific activities that you do. If you're taking a ferry to Fire Island or a water taxi around, that's something to work into your budget with your lodging and your plane and your train and your ferry to get where you're going. That is something to add in. And another thing you want to look into is activities to do where you go. I use TripAdvisor and I use their parent company Viator a lot of the time. If I'm really unsure of doing things where I'm going, I might go on Get Your Guide or Tours by Locals to find some kind of a walking tour to get around. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you add in, if you're going to a botanical garden to see a show, you want to add that into your budget. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to overplan. You want to leave time for the things you stumble across, especially if you're having a night out in the city, as I did last week. Went to see The Lion King, ended up at Bubba Gump's, playing trivia until the middle of the night, but you need to allot for that time to run across Bubba Gump's. And do you fly? Do you train it? Do you drive? Do you take a cruise? If you need to park your car somewhere, consult way.com. They'll help you find a place to park your car for a good price whenever you need it, whether it's airport or another reason. So whether you are out in the Catskills or you're looking at waterfalls or whatever you're doing, you need to take the time to do the research to travel the way that I do. And by all means, you're going to want to go out to eat. So you're going to stumble across some stuff, but Yelp, still, it's an oldie but a goodie. You're going to find ratings on there and advice. So whether you're down at Coney Island having a hot dog or wherever you go, you can get some good information on Yelp. If you want to do something more expensive, you can also get on Reserve a Table, and you can find a place to make reservations at the restaurant of your choice. So can't stress that enough. You need to eat when you're out. Plan some, stumble across some, whether it's O'Hara's with the history or a Hawker food court, you need to eat. So travel is a perspective. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out where you want to do it. Whether you're walking on top of a world-famous bridge with all kinds of amazing views, or you happen to be down on the ground on an island looking up the East River. You can go to shows, you can do whatever you want. I've even visited the Abbey Experience in Stockholm. It just matters what you want to do. Do a lot of research, a lot of planning, but still leave that little spare time for what you really want to do. And that is how it's done, folks. I hope this helps you plan a budget adventure trip. Do your research, know the where, when, and how to get around. Look at that weather, have a base budget with lodging, managing to get around, flights and whatnot. Don't overplan and make your vacation an adventure. Hi, I'm Terry. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone, and join me again in the future and like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I can teach you where to go in the Northeast, how to have fun, and how to travel the way I do, which is as a budget traveler. Thank you again. Have a great day.